Hello, On the Sidelines fans. I'm your host, Cameron Capobianco. Joining me today, once again, we couldn't put out the first interview just due to some legs and technical issues. God bless technology. Joel Lindpere, former New York Red Bull. Joel, how are you today? And thank you again for joining me.
Thanks for having me. So I'm good. I'm good. Actually, the spring is on, soccer season's on everywhere around the world, so it's perfect. So I'm fine. Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, soccer season starting, MLS starting, Serie A in effect, all the big five leagues in effect. But for right now, let's focus on, I've mentioned MLS. We're going to get into your New York Red Bulls time, but I just want to start with what made you want to become a professional soccer player?
Passion about sports, and I was active kid in my family, most active. I have an older brother and younger sister. So my younger sister is still in music world, so piano teacher, music teacher. So my brother has been always in drawing, painting and drawing. He's a graphic designer today, and I was active boy. And on the first time when my parents probably most likely couldn't handle my activity and couldn't go along with me too much because I wanted to do all the things, so they took me to basketball, but I wasn't tall enough and I didn't like it. So the second choice was close to my home where I grew up at my parents' place. So then was soccer practice. And after first practice, I never missed the practice. Easy and simple.
So let's just start about your early career. You started playing in Estonia, your home country, up until 2005, winning four championships, three in the Estonian championship and a second tier championship. First off, I just want to ask you, what did it mean to you not just to win these championships, but to win them in your home country?
I mean, of course, it's somehow you grew up here, and it's logical and it's rhythm and it's kind of being here and playing in a top division here. You have to do it if you play many years. It's a small country. You have to do it once, otherwise you cannot make a next step, most likely. But it's good feeling, and it will be always there because people can remember you. But as I also say that Estonia is a very small country, and our league is being always 12 to 10 teams, top division. So it's moving away from Estonia and winning there in a bigger leagues and more maybe more followed leagues. It's of course it's a different story or playing somewhere else, but title is a title and trophy is a trophy. So whenever you are in the top level, so especially home, you are well named and remembered always.
So let's talk about the move you made to Russia. You played for CSK Sofia, and then also you moved to
It's
Norway to play.
Bulgaria. It's Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Bulgaria. I don't know. Thank you. But you moved to play for CSSK Sofia, excuse me, and then moved to Norway to play. What was the transition
Yes.
like at first moving away from home?
Um, it was actually easy. It was time for me. I was when I was young, I was really potential. I got my first game in a men's A national team under Icelandic coaching staff 1999 when I turned 18, and I was on tryouts in Germany, in Turkey, in Norway before already, and I supposed to have a big move to Club Brugge, Belgium, top division club who used to play Champions League group stage this time. And we played with Estonian after we became champion of Estonia. We played Champions League first qualification round. And home, we tied home and we went away. And I believe I was 17 or 18 playing in a lineup already as a young player. And, uh, and the way I supposed to stay there to train a few days with them, and negotiations went well. But on the second leg, I broke my ankle, and it was really broken on the game. So I had to be substitute on after I don't know 1-0 we were leading, I was playing well, and then my ankle got broken, and then suddenly the move was not there. And my point in this story was that I was in many times tryouts, and moving away was somehow logical step. I was looking to make a next step, and my agent, my club was ready that I don't want to continue in Estonia because every time there was opportunity, I was invited to tryouts. I was invited to, and I missed the trainings. I missed that, so it was my time. I went to Turkey for the training camp with CSK Sofia. I did well, and I stayed there. I flew back home, took my stuff, and went. I was a young guy, and I was ready for challenges.
Absolutely. So let's talk about maybe another challenge you had. 2010, you moved to New York to play Major League Soccer with the New York Red Bulls. What were some of the differences that you found between playing football in Europe and playing football in North America?
I was really keen to go there because it was a great atmosphere, great stadium, great team, good teammates. Everything was so professional, well organized. The only issue, what was the first year, was really difficult for me, and people, though they showed you and me in MLS, they showed ever first MLS season in Estonian TV2 channel because I was playing there. They bought the rights and showed me, and all my friends were sharing. Time difference, jet lag, doesn't matter. I was feeling good. I was flowing. I was swimming in the, how can I say, in the ocean. But the only thing was on the first year, MLS schedule this time didn't count with these international breaks, though. I believe it changed on a halfway 2011 when I moved there, maybe even 2012. And I had to make many difficult choices. Though I wanted, it's my job as a professional soccer player. You always do everything for your team, for your employer. So national team is representing its honor and everything. It's another opportunities. But first year 2010, I had to skip many national team games, and a lot of fans back home didn't understand why all the players coming and Joel sometimes couldn't come. But it was somehow the time difference, jet lag, everything, flying back and there. Coaches understood me really well, the club, my family, my friends. But I missed 6 or 7 games of national team, though I was a lineup player. And they showed even Red Bull, how we played well, Red Bull highlights in the national team about Joel, how he cannot come. But it changed after a while. I think 1.5 years, it was really difficult for me to be a part with national team. And I gave everything for New York Red Bulls to be successful in MLS. And I made the right decision, but somehow it showed me this time that MLS didn't count as international soccer level. So it was only American or US based soccer league. Today it's very international, it's growing, and the more MLS clubs were successful in we won the Emirates Cup. We played friendlies with Juventus, Manchester City, Tottenham. The more MLS and US got world known, the more they started to count with international breaks and international players. So it was start for me was really good, and somehow I had to leave something from my home ground background. So being truly loyal for employee and MLS.
So you mentioned your teammates that you play your teammates and everything. You mentioned teammates, the word. I just want to get into that right now because I have a couple teammates that you used to play with. I know it was for a short time, but what was it like for you playing with Dwayne de Rosario? Then you look at an Arsenal legend, an England or French legend in Thierry Henry, and then you have Rafael Marquez. So what was it like playing with these guys on the New York Red Bulls?
It's something special for a boy from Estonia when our population is 1.5 million. Where it's like New Jersey, where I used to live, or New York. Let's say it's New Jersey is already 36 to 40 million people. But it's special. Dwayne de Rosario, he was a good friend of mine. We got along outside and on the field and off the field, really good role model. Was really working hard and keeping care of the team. Thierry Henry, just like I knew him before, just a super talent, super good player, and he had everything what any soccer player would have to have. So good technique, great strength, good body balance, scoring, tactical way, everything. So actually, if I say I've been playing against Cristiano Ronaldo and all the other guys, but training every day and playing around him, was he was a great player. And Rafa Marquez, he was somehow, I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting a little bit different way of him. I didn't know, because it's Mexican, but he was very nice guy, very quiet, very friendly, working for his team. He had some issues. He had maybe some injuries and stuff. He didn't come too along. Maybe with MLS, the different way of playing, really speedy, strong, a little bit more physical than he used to play. And but I got along with all of them. And sometimes Thierry Henry, since we played all in national team, represented national teams, being around. So sometimes I had maybe more moments than other players with them, flying home to the national team with charter flights or with flights with them. Then I had a little bit more time to know them also as a person. Maybe most of the guys who were not representing their countries and was not involved so much with them.
Absolutely. So we mentioned teammates. Let's jump to the other side of the pitch now. Your opponents that you played against. You look at a team like LA Galaxy around your time, and you got guys like Landon, Donovan, David Beckham, Robbie Keane. What was it like playing against these guys?
It's nice because somehow uh, let's say clearly, with David Beckham we played against England a few times, so we knew somehow we had a respect against each other. A really great guy. We always say that we had greetings and likewise. So on the game and before the game, after the game, with Robbie Keane, we had Timo Tainio from Finland, who was a neighbor on me while playing in New York. He used to play with Robbie Keane. Ireland beat one of the biggest one of the biggest results Ireland has ever got was beating Estonia in UEFA playoffs for Euros. So Robbie Keane scored 2 goals, and we played against each other. We traded jerseys after. He has my Estonian jersey. I have his number 10 Irish jersey. So many people have asked this jersey from me. So actually, soccer world or football world is very small, and we used to play already against each other. And somehow the faces were similar, positions. So we were both midfielders, attacking midfielders. So good experiences, but somehow already respect from another level.
So let's just jump into the international scene then. You played a bit for your Estonian national team. What was it like representing your country?
It's good, always good. I think it's when you play amount of games and you get older, it's coming more habit and part of your job or career. Start was really exciting and shaky. I was eager to go always on the game, but I was always on my toes. So you know how nervous you are when you're a young player and been called up first time, and you are worried, you can't sleep well, you are sweating because if I do wrong something, if I'm gonna be called up again or something. But I did well, and that's maybe it's a turn point also for the many players, for young players' career. If you have this chance, it's 2 options. If you do straight away well, then the path goes, the train moves on. But sometimes if you don't do so well, maybe you're not called up. Then you have to work again. Some players keep working. Some players, they don't make it anymore. So it's also mentally for the since I've been involved in youth national teams, youth clubs, and sometimes it's mentally it's really difficult. So I had a really good start and relationship, and I had. It was good that I was an early age playing in a top division, maybe players from 7, 8 years older than me, and I was in this path already. So it was, I was somehow I can say I was well adjusted, but representing. I remember the first games, and it's a great feeling. And playing home first games. My first game, really first game, was away. It was a little different atmosphere. So, but being playing first games home, scoring for Estonia national team, men's national team for Estonia, first ever. It was like a release, I was an attacking midfielder, winger, and had many chances. I didn't score, but I gave assist. But then finally, when I scored, it was a great feeling.
So after you stepped off the pitch for the final time and retired, you helped coach the Estonia youth national team. How's the transition going to coaching like?
Uh, Not too difficult. I was getting along with coaches, even in New York Red Bulls, Norway, in Czech Republic. I was the more experience you get more coaching involved. And the period I spent in Estonia a long time ago, I think there was something between a few clubs between between the Bulgaria and Norway, or even before. I already started somehow. Some coaching courses early age. So I was just taking part because the older guys from my team did it, and I took part. And when I finished my official playing, then I went straight into the coaching, highest level in Europe. It took me 3 years, and I think 2020 I got the UEFA Pro coaching license. But since I've been working a lot with the club, hiring coaches, being involved in football federation, being involved in different environment, then since then I I haven't been coach not too much. I'm a sporting director, board member of the club, been involved in soccer education system in Estonia on a youth development based, and also working with players and being off and off, on and off, coming to US. I was just now in January in a US soccer this convention meeting and being around there, and also being involved in different environments in soccer. But the coaching, I like it, and I've been enjoying it while I've been there.
And my last question for you, Joel, before I let you go, is what are some pieces of advice you can give to younger kids who want to follow in your footsteps and play at the MLS level or play overseas in Estonia, Bulgaria, Norway, Europe? What are some pieces of advice you can give to them?
If you love to play and if you love the passion, so just do it. Go ahead, stick with it. So whatever your friend says, whatever your parents does, it also for the parents. So if the boy loves it and if he does it, even if you don't come a pro, but I know you will come. But even if you don't come, for example, so never give up. I had the big injuries, but I still was fighting for it, coming back from injuries, being there. And you're going to have friends for a lifetime. Soccer is a great team sport activity, outdoor, indoor. I have friends today all around the world. If I had yesterday call from a friend from Costa Rica, used to play together. Then I'm calling now. My friends are coaches. They are club members. They are just fans, and they are working and trying to do that. I'm speaking different languages through soccer. Have friends around the world, and this has given me my life, and this has given me so much friendship, so much love about sports at all. So whatever sports you do, even if it's soccer, even if it's something else, stick with it if you love it. go out, play soccer, and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, Joel, I want to say thank you again for joining me on this episode of On the Sidelines. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this interview. Thank you again.
Thanks. Anytime. Call me back. See you. Take care.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Guys, Joel Lindpere, former New York Red Bull. I'm Cameron Capobianco. We'll catch you guys next time.